Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Kevin and Mimi Milan, the podcast. So today is one of my favorite series. We started this series a little while ago, and this series is called
Now that's what I call trolling.
Yes. So for those who are new to what this episode stands for, it's we get tons and tons of feedback. A lot of it negative, but we do have a lot of supporters out there. Thank you so much. Mwah. And a lot of negative opinions, comments, whatever they want to call them.
Some spammers,
And
trollers.
so and so we want to dedicate episodes where we get to highlight those comments, talk about them, give that user some of our opinion about their opinion.
All right.
So I guess, is it trolling the trolls? Is that what we're doing?
I guess
Trolling the troll.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for today's, now that's what I call trolling, we received a comment on one of our short videos. This is a video where the language on the video says, it shows me and Kevin working, right? Where we're doing our podcast, we're hosting. And then there's words that come across on the video that says, from a tumultuous marriage to divorcing to co-parenting and now best friends. And so this person, Mr. Sean, to be specific, left a comment, and his comment said, seems like hell. So I'm trying to understand what triggered from a tumultuous marriage to divorce, because if it was a tumultuous marriage, I guess we did right by us and by our kids. We divorced. And now we're co-parenting, and we co-parent so beautifully that we're friends. For this person, for his comment to be seems like hell.
He was writing that to me.
He was writing it to you?
Yes.
Elaborate.
You're right, brother. Come help me, please.
I'll throw my shoe
Please.
at you. I'll throw my shoe at you.
Pretty,
You
please.
keep acting like.
Please help me. Please. Somebody. Anybody, please come help me. All right. No. He's very passionate. That was a passionate brother. He was just spraying his passions. He was saying, seems like hell.
Seems like hell.
Yeah, seems like hell. So, I'm assuming what he's saying is what we went through, the whole process of it all. That's the when I seen it. That's what I took from it. Is that he was saying that whole process seems like
What we
hell.
went through.
Yeah.
You see,
Seemed
I didn't
like
even
hell.
take it like that.
Yeah, it seemed like hell. So I mean, and I'm gonna be
And
honest with you,
honest.
brother. I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, it was, and you know it was.
Yeah, no, I didn't take
was.
it like that. Now that you're
was.
saying that that's the perspective you think user Sean
Yeah.
made that comment on, then I would have to agree with him. I gotta agree with him.
Exactly, Sean. We agree with you. I know you don't hear that a lot, brother, because you only write 1 out of 1,000 times, but you got lucky today.
So yes, he did. His 3 words
Yeah.
got lucky.
Woo. Play the lottery, boy. You know you'll never hit another right answer in a long time. No, but yeah.
But Sean, it sounds like Sean has probably gone
was
through
Sean.
something similar,
Oh,
or
yeah.
maybe have seen friends,
yeah.
family go through what we've gone through.
Or
And
he watched a lot of Disney movies. Either way, you done been through a lot, Sean. I agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that process, a tumultuous marriage, right? So our marriage wasn't the easiest. So I guess that part would be like hell to someone. And it is. And we try to tell people all the time, what you see here is not something that happened overnight, right? So it's 1,000% the real deal. When that video says from a tumultuous marriage, we did have a very rocky marriage. And a rocky marriage is the reason why divorce was inevitable.
Just saluted.
Yeah. And we both experienced, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain. So someone who's watching that, when you say tumultuous marriage, that would be hell.
Yeah.
That would be hell from them.
Yeah. I mean, he's from his standpoint, I get why he made that comment. Now, if you didn't mean it that way, because we might be presumptuous, Sean, and you could just be a dirtbag. You might be antagonizing, right? So, if you did mean it that way, then in defense of it all, Sean, once again, it is a challenging thing, brother, to have a family. Or Sean could be a female, right? So, or sister.
That's true.
Yeah, or sister.
Yeah.
It's a challenging thing to have a family. The dynamic of family, I would tell everyone, I saw my mother raise children. I saw my sisters raise children. I saw my brothers and uncles and aunts. I didn't know how much work it took until I started raising my own. And the dynamic it plays when it comes to co-parenting with someone.
Right.
How much work that is. And just how much of humility you have to have. And really, do you believe in love? Because I know a lot of people say they believe in it and they have it. But does it really exist to the point to where you can deny yourself and put something that is bigger than you first and foremost? So if you weren't meaning the latter, which you probably were, Sean, I'm going to think positive thoughts about you. But if you weren't, then, man, brother, I'm telling you, the view that you should take from this is the view that we're trying to give you guys on each and every segment that we have. We love to laugh, we love to joke, but more importantly, just trying to give, first of all, being that we're people of color and we're able to come together and share this and put this on display before you, our brothers and our sisters of every nationality, just to let you know that this is possible. A lot of you guys are out there dealing with this, and it does get better. Mm-hmm. So even though it did seem like hell going through it, knock on wood, hopefully it won't ever be that way again. That's what we're
hoping for. Yeah. And so we elaborated on what could have seemed like hell while we were enduring a tumultuous marriage. And then we transitioned to our divorce. Our divorce wasn't that bad. I think it was pretty simple. Yeah, the average person that goes through a divorce, maybe it's not the average person. It's not, I don't know. For a lot of people, it's not easy. There's attorneys involved. There's court. Mm-hmm. There's battles about, stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And wanting to win, pride.
Custody.
The person who has more custody means that the other person is going to have to probably
get the dog. Just telling you.
We didn't do that. I think that is what we need to elaborate on. Our divorce process was not like hell. When I tell people what our divorce process was like, their jaws always drop.
And a lot of times, just to let you guys know, so a lot of times guys usually take the short end of the stick when it comes to a divorce because they're giving up half of what they earn.
Right.
Or they're giving up their rights to the children.
Yep.
Or they're just paying the woman to leave because they just I give you whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Go.
Just go.
Right? But we really didn't have that part. We talked it out and really believed
with no attorneys.
That was going to be the best.
We did all of the paperwork on our own, and we just had a conversation about.
We believed it was going to be the best thing that we end the relationship. So
even our parenting plan, everything, because there's so many details in a divorce. Oh my goodness, the paperwork when you're going through a divorce with kids.
Sean, seemed like hell.
It could have easily been hell.
Yeah.
But even I remembered when we started, because the parenting plan asks you all sorts of details. Who gets the kid on MLK Day? Who gets the kid on Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
On New Year's? Thanksgiving? And how is the time going to be divided? You're going to get them at 5 p.m. Friday, and they're going to keep them all the way
yeah, they wanna know
Sunday.
it all.
You have to
They want
include
to know it
so many details.
Yes.
And so this is crazy because this is a legal and binding document. So if your other spouse decides to, be cute and act different on any day of the week, you can take them to court
Exactly.
and ask them to abide by what is on that
On
parenting
that
plan.
paperwork. That's right.
So to know how serious this document is, you and I got along so well during the divorce process that the paperwork was just so much that I think we got to the point where we started saying, let's just pick something.
Yeah, because it's like this. Look, the bad part to marriage, I think, is because the government is involved in marriage.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, just the sad part to it.
Right.
You're basically marrying them kind of when you get married. They're part of that whole institution. And then to dissolve it, they're involved into it.
They want every detail.
It is so much to the point to where when we were going through it all, they were our enemy at that point. So I appreciate them for that because
this darn paperwork.
That's right. We were like, oh my goodness. They sent it back. No, you didn't do this right.
Yes.
You didn't feel that right. You didn't get this done right.
Yes.
And we were like, look, we're going to forget these lawyers. We will do it ourselves.
So we were just like,
and we just took it from
we
them.
just started putting stuff,
Yeah.
just started checking whatever they needed to check off on that paperwork because we needed to submit this paperwork. So, but him and I, we knew each other's hearts. And so what we kept on saying is, let's just fill out this paperwork. Let's just fill out this paperwork. But we know how we're going to govern our affairs. Have we ever had to do you feel like, since we've been divorced, years ago, this was 10 plus years ago, I think, over a decade, since we've been divorced, do you feel like you've ever been put in a position where you needed to refer to the parenting plan, or did it ever cross your mind like, I think we're going to need to go to court about this?
To be honest, I'm be honest with you. It's been so smooth when it came to the kids.
Right.
Like, even when you and I, we weren't even really talking sometimes.
Right.
We just had those brief conversations, like the parenting conversations.
Right.
And everything. But we even when it came to the kids, the structure that we agreed to, we held to it. Yeah. And that was beautiful. That was always beautiful for me. That's what really, I could tell. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys straight up. I'm going to tell the women straight up. Love softens men. It will make your man hear you. This is what breaks men's heart and brings them to the point to where they can relate to their woman or to the women in their lives. So the love that we had for our children and the way we displayed that, it really was beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
and we didn't always stick to the plan. We don't even have a plan. We just kind of play it by ear. Hey, we're going to do this weekend. And if it's not going to work out, we find ways to make it work. Okay, well, since I can't take the kids this weekend, can you do this weekend? Can you do... It's never been a fight, an argument. It's always been, okay, let's make it work, a compromise. So, Sean...
We appreciate your comment.
I can understand why it would seem like hell for most, but I think... similar to why we are different, what makes this relationship unique, again, our process was not like hell. No. And I think Kevin just confirmed what made our process not like hell, and it was the fact that the foundation was love. It was love.
Amen.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you have any comment, positive or negative, we love those negative comments. You could be featured on our Now That's What You Call Trolling episode. So please feel free to let us know how you feel. Make sure that you're liking, you're sharing. And if you're not following us on our platforms, we're on TikTok and Instagram. And once again, thank you for joining us. And you guys have a beautiful day.